couch I could probably put on?
Say again?
Is there a hat up on the couch where I can put my hat?
No, it's above your head, actually. It's right over
Oh,
here.
yeah, I was just saying.
Here you go. That is a good looking hat.
That's it. You got to see.
I'm wearing my little stocking cap here.
Yeah.
Check this out. I've had this thing for a long time. Now, Steve.
Is that your thinking cap?
My what?
Thinking cap?
Yeah, my thinking cap.
Yeah. When you're done, don't forget that cap. Or time to play chess.
It is time to play chess. And do you know why we're playing chess? Because we're having a good day, right?
That's what we do.
Yeah. Well, it's also because we want to sort of track our progress, right?
Yeah.
If you would be so kind, would you set up the white pieces? Where did I put my little bag? Oh, here it is, here it is. Here's my bag of pieces. Well, I ain't gonna do it all for you. Go ahead, Steve. Let's see if you can. Let's see. Oh, what's that piece's name? Do you remember? I told you earlier. Well, but that particular pawn has a name.
Alice or something.
Bingo. That's right. This pawn right here is named Alice. No, this one's White Alice. This one's Alice. That one's White Alice. And okay, so what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to play chess every day until our audience knows everything that we know about chess. Okay? Oh.
A lot of times, might try to yourself or might what we don't and you know.
You say we might?
Yeah. We learn more every day.
Yeah. I'm gonna open my shades here so we get some light all up in this. See, I got my trumpet right here. Why don't I play trumpet? Shall I? Pick a note, any note. What's your favorite letter?
D.
D. He likes the D. That's our daily injection of vitamin D right there. Sorry. All right, don't let me do it. Dude, don't let me do anything else. Okay, set up your own pieces, brah.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
I got one over here. If you want
It's not. It's not a race. I just want to see some consistent effort happening here.
Consistently fucking throwing shit around. That's what I do. They say the other pieces on the ground.
Oh, we got one right over here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, the other pawn.
And we got one right over here. Oh, we're still looking. Are we looking for a pawn
No,
still?
I'm been trying to. I threw it over here. There.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh, can you go get it? Can you pick it up? Please, please, please.
I don't know if I want to.
He doesn't want it. All right, I'll get it for you. I'll get it. All right, this is our second attempt at a chess tutorial video for the kiddos. Let's review what we know. Oh, shoot. Where's my, I'm missing one here. Where's that sack? Where'd that bag go? Oh, here it is. Uh-oh. Well, I don't want to spend all day. Oh, there's my queen. Okay. There we go. All right, now, I'm going to assume that the viewer already knows the basics, right? I'm going to assume that the kid already knows the kiddos that I'm teaching here. Hey, you know Zion, right?
No.
Well, Zion's one of the kiddos we're making this for. Hi, Zion. And also Zoe and Juno. And 3 beautiful little girls in Arizona. And this is how you do the King's Indian Defense. first you make sure the board is set up correctly. Is it set up correctly?
The bottom right is white. First up on the board. It's up.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Now
right.
the pieces are gonna fall into place.
So you make sure, so Steve says make sure the bottom right is white. I usually say make sure the bottom left is black, but some...
Yeah, either way it's gonna be the one over here, black and white. You can't have it the other way.
Well, it's because you're racist. I always prefer to say it the other way. But, okay, so this one's White Alice. This one's Brooke. That one's Cheryl. Okay. This one's Derek. That one's Erica. And let's see, this is Black Derek, and that's Black Erica. And on the very first move, where can you go on your very first move, Steve?
I'm gonna push my pawn up to the king.
Which one? Oh, the king's pawn? One more time. What do you want me to do?
Push it right up to something.
All right, so he says king's pawn up to A, B, C, D. That's Erica, remember? No, you don't got to remember that. Okay, so this is how you play the King's Indian Defense. First step, King's Indian Defense. If your opponent does this, then you're off to a bad start, and you should probably abort and go for something different. But, well, what we want to do is we want to move this knight. Oh, we set up wrong.
Bottom right is white. The problem was it.
But I set up the bishop
Well, that's
and the knight wrong.
You're bad.
I am so... And you let me do that. You let me humiliate... This is live, Steve.
Hey, you're the dirty shirt on me.
I got...
We're playing.
We have a live viewer.
For your mistakes. Like that, you did notice.
All right, so I'm gonna move this one here because we're gonna move this knight. This whole game is invalid because I set up wrong and then Steve moved. But we're gonna overlook that. So I want to move my knight up here, and so I moved this pawn here so that Steve can't move his pawn forward, which would attack my knight, because I'm gonna put my knight here. Now what you gonna do about that, brah? What you gonna do?
Just play. You're the teacher, I was just playing. So, I thought it was pretty much having me or talk to me about what I'm doing. I'm playing.
That's fine. So I see exactly what you're doing, bro. And what Steve's trying to do here is... All right. All right, you take a turn holding the camera for a bit, if you please. So what Steve's trying to do here is he's trying to open up the...
How was the video in me and not the board? That's kind of stupid.
You take
It's
it
doing
and
the
then...
front, not the back.
You got a good point. Oh, is it backwards? No, it's not. Yeah, go ahead and point it at the board, if you please. And
That's right. That's somebody who can't control the right move, pulls something like this. So, enough to get a good video. I mean, I'm saying that, yeah, it's difficult. Very difficult.
I see. I'll take it
That's
back. Alrighty.
Now that we know, I ain't doing it. Don't make me.
Well, yeah. Hey, Steve you have taken the good videos of me playing bass recently, which I loved. Okay, so you went here. You went here. You moved. What's her name again?
Pawn. I don't even know. Don't care.
This one's Deanna.
Throw my game off. Demon Tom's looking like that. Cause where it's not. The three of them are pawn. That's all I think about.
So Steve says I'm throwing his game off.
1, 2, 3 into it. You are.
And that's the whole point.
How long took you got long so far?
This isn't.
Got me 2 moves into the game, and it's already like a long video.
Yeah, we're almost at the 10-minute mark already.
Oh yeah, like how many?
Hey, what do you think the record is?
We're not timing.
All right, so I'm gonna go here. So the King's Indian defense means you got to put this knight out. I kind of don't want to, but that's King's Indian. I'm trying to teach the kiddos a specific opening series,
Got you. That's
and
100%.
and Steve's. I don't know if Steve's gonna cooperate, but Steve, what do you make an interesting point? This video is getting really long.
Yeah,
What do you think is the record?
I don't think we want two videos on longer, but I just one move or two either, you know. Know that there's at least a few other moves that are going to take a long time. So.
You make a point. You make a good point there.
That's what we got our timer.
Oh, that's why they have the timer. You're right.
That's exactly right.
Okay, we as black, we're back on schedule. So what did I say? I said we're doing the King's Indian, and the King's Indian defense means you move this knight. Done did it. And then you put this bishop here. But before we can put this bishop here, we got to move this one. And wait a minute, well, hold up. What's he going to do? He's going to move his bishop all the way up here. And so sometimes people move this pawn first, herald. Sometimes people move black herald up one to prevent the bishop. But we're not going to do that because we're going to try to stick strictly to the script here. All right. What you got, bro?
I'm not sure yet. Don't rush me. Don't know. Just let me know.
Gotta take a minute.
Yep, I got you.
Where did I put my remote?
All right, that's it.
Where is my remote? Here it is. Yow! Okay. I found my remote. So I don't need to have.
Play or what?
Well, we're waiting for you to make your move, Steve. It's your move.
I know that. I know it's my move.
Right on.
I also would like to hear something besides you singing.
Oh yeah, just a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's all I can play with one hand.
I got you. I got my.
That's all I can play with one hand. He moved his knight. Oh, schnuckies. Oh, and then we're gonna go ahead and put on some tunes. Why not? So every time I see this word, oops.
Woman.
No, the other one. He's like, woman? No. Every time I see the word female, I always want to say famale, like tamale. You know? Alright. So we got the knight out. Oh, okay. So watch this. If we put the bishop here, this, kiddos, is the King's Indian defense. We got bishop here. This is called fianchettoing. When you move the bishop to this spot, that's called the fianchetto. That's not This is not fianchetto. And neither is going here. The fianchetto. This is new vocabulary. I saw. All right, so Steve moves up his bishop a little bit. Oh, castle. Actually, we're both gonna castle. So we're on a script here with black. You move the knight here. You move the bishop here.
What are the rules when you castle? Can you castle through?
Well, do you remember?
Yeah.
What?
So if you're in check, you're screwed. Now let's say you can get it to where you block the check without moving your king or your rook. So you can't castle through check or move either one. before you do, because, if you want to go this way or that way, it's fine. But if you move one piece, either one king or rook, before you can.
That is absolutely correct. Yes. Oh, dude, people are chatting. That's awesome. Hi, chat. No, Steve's not my brother. Somebody asked me if you're my bro. I mean, kind of like it. You know, he's my brother from another mother. I guess we kind of pass a little bit. You know, we white dudes all look the same, right? I know. Have I talked to you about my Asian ex-girlfriend Jamie?
God, she's on top.
She was. Oh my God. I don't think I have a single photograph of her. Unfortunately.
You ain't got one.
All right, so that's the castle, and that is the very end of. Oh, I talk about my ex-girlfriend Jamie because I talk about her a lot.
But yeah, you ain't got one bird.
I have a bunch of exes and one dead girlfriend. There's my dead girlfriend. That's Nina. She played accordion, and I play French horn. And she was, you know, I don't tell people about this a whole hell of a lot. Oh, now it's your turn to castle.
How is this possible?
Well, you go. Oh, you got to move your queen first.
Yeah.
That's right. So Steve's moving his queen so he can castle. Yeah. And I'm thinking about my hot Chinese American ex-girlfriend Jamie, and I don't tell people this a lot, but did you know that Jamie was actually stand partners with Nina back in high school?
What?
But I never went. Well, stand partners. That means they both played violin and orchestra.
But I would have known that.
And both sharing a music stand. Sorry, let me back up. A music stand is a dooba of that whole. So when two special ladies share a very special connection to each other, such as playing violin, such as playing violin in the same orchestra, sometimes they'll both share a stand, and they'll be called stand partners. And Jamie was a hot Chinese American teenager. You know how I like them.
So where'd she go?
Oh, last I heard she went to college up north. I won't tell you which one, and that's when I lost track of her. But, you know, the funny thing is I dated Jamie, and then I broke up with her, and then a couple of years went by, and then I was friends with Nina. And then while I was friends with Nina, we found out that she was stand partners with my ex, Jamie.
Okay.
And then what happened next? One thing led to another. I don't know what happened to Jamie because her name is too generic, you know. And well, we all know what happened to Nina, but that's a story for another day. You can feel free to tell your stories too, Steve.
Well, whenever you move out, I'll be.
Oh, you moved your queen. All right, so you know, it's not just about me and my hot.
When I think about the game, I try to focus on just that.
Steve. So when Steve.
I can't be all thinking about shit and playing. You know, like to me, it's real easy to get sidetracked. To me, myself, is what.
Well, you know, Steve, I think that is a very important lesson for the kiddos.
And so when they're playing, as the game goes on, maybe they'll lose if they wait a week. That's your last game.
Oh! I see what you're doing there. So Steve's chastising me because I put my last game on hold for a really long time.
Well, it's not that we put it on hold because shit came up, you know, things come up.
Stuff came up.
All the time. But when you get in the mood or zone, say to play, well, I mean, I'm thinking you got to think ahead. More than one move.
I want to try.
And then make it happen. Hopefully all in one setting.
Steve, do me a favor. Sit on the couch right next to me on my left. Perfect. Okay, now all you gotta do is hold it like for just 3 seconds while I move. This is just while I move the thingamabob over. There you go. Yep. Okay. So now, oops. We'll turn it any way you like.
I said the floor, mate.
I know that.
Couch is like
So-
for me.
So Steve says the couch is really uncomfortable for him, but you know why I did this? I did this because I wanted to see if I could get both of us in the same shot. Which also helps for volume right now. So Steve, you might not appreciate this, but I'm like 10 times louder than you.
Yeah, you are.
No. It's because I'm holding the not just because my voice is awesome, but because I'm holding the camera way closer to me than to you. And so it's possible that my audience isn't hearing what you're saying at all. And that's a big fucking problem. All of this can be fixed.
Or we can find out. So if you can't hear me, then turn your volume up when I talk.
That's true. And another thing, Steve, is some of this shit can be fixed in post. For example, we can change the word shit to stuff or something like that. Meaning, I have an editing guy.
Not if it's live. Right? I mean, you're fucked, shot bucks. With the live, we're all fucked. Right?
Well, it's live, but it's live, but also it's going to be edited and there will be a...
Oh, hi, you don't know? How is that live? I thought you were pretty much screwed. Just whatever you got. Because it's already been sent. Right? I thought. What's the point of that?
Sorry, when you're...
What's
so,
the point?
okay.
Just point.
So I'm ready to answer you as soon as you stop talking and then I have an answer. When we make a live video, we're also making a recording. Okay. I guess I didn't explain that. It's live, but it's also a recording.
Right, I know.
So it's a recording first and foremost that also happens to be live. So we're gonna have a recording, and then we're gonna edit the recording. And if we make a 10-hour video, we can cut it down.
Right.
So this is why a huge amount of video is not a problem.
Right.
Now, you told me that it's really uncomfortable for you to sit on the couch, so you can go back to the floor. I just want to have a little bit of conversation between, All right, so you move your queen up, and oops. God damn it. My stupid cell phone forces me to make horizontal video, and I don't like it. Oh, thank you. By the way, thanks for loving my beard. Yeah, I'm having a good beard day. Okay. Okay, so I could move this piece 1 or 2. No, I can only move that one 1. What do I want to do? All right. So by the way, so Queen's Indian, this is it. We're done with Queen's Indian. Queen's Indian defense means you move the bishop here, knight here, and castle. Yeah. So, all right, let me back up. It's called that's a good question. Steve just asked a good question. So it's called the Queen's Indian defense. Defense. When you hear the word defense, that means you're talking about black pieces. Okay? Defense means black pieces. If you're playing white pieces, it's called an opener. So the white pieces can play the Queen's Gambit, that's an opener. Or the Knight's Gambit, that's an opener. Opening moves. Black cannot play Queen's Gambit. Queen's Gambit is something that white plays, and then black has a choice to play a defense.
I'm gonna finish castle.
Not yet. So my turn.
Well, I think you can't.
I didn't move yet. No, sorry. Oh, I castled and then you moved your queen.
Okay.
Right? We'll check the record later.
I just thought I would be the next to castle. Right on.
You're not wrong. It's just
I'm just saying, let's go. Let's move.
sounds like you're in a hurry.
I'm not. I just thought it's mine. So,
I don't think it's your move. What do you think, chat? Is it his move? I thought it was my move.
On your rabbit, no. Whatever you gotta do, you can explain it as you do it. You know? And then I can move, because you already know what my move is. Yeah. He's on. Felt like I'm in a hurry. I like to keep my brain fresh. And the more I stop to just let you go and to do your whatever move, well, if it's a week, maybe whatever is you or not, either way. No, I just like to go. No matter what your move is, I know what my move will be. Then you move again. So you know, you got another move coming up.
You know, I'm gonna. Okay.
Right?
I think I moved this, and now it's your move. I lost track though, so it's your move, and you want a castle, so we'll castle. And I'm going to tell the kiddos that when you castle queenside, you move the king too, and then you go like that. And I'm gonna do, so the Queen's Indian defense is complete. I did the moves. I did the bishop here, the knight here, and then castle. That is Queen's Indian defense. Now, this is also part of Queen's Indian defense if your opponent goes here. If your opponent goes here, you have to move this knight. Otherwise, your opponent can immediately threaten the knight before you even bring him out. This pawn. So now we are continuing our opening, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put this bishop here. That's all. That's. Remember what that's called? Vocabulary word. Kiddos, do you remember the vocabulary term I taught you? What is it? If you need, oh, well, okay. I guess I was unclear about this one. But when you put the bishop on this diagonal, that's called a fianchetto. That's a fianchetto. That's Steve's first time hearing it. Yeah, so if I move the bishop here, what'd you say?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I understand.
I know.
So yeah, so fianchetto is when you move the bishop to the long diagonal. That's the other thing. No, that's okay. Yeah, do it. So fianchetto is when you move the bishop to the long diagonal. Notice that this diagonal is really long. It's longer than this diagonal. This diagonal is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This diagonal is 6 spaces. And this diagonal is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. And so we want to control the long diagonal, but before we can put the thingamabob there, we got to put this pawn here. Do we want to go up 1 or do we want to go up 2? If we go up 2, our pawn will immediately be captured by the knight. It's unguarded, so we will go up 1. Okay, your move, Steve.
All right, that's great. Pawn is gonna go up on.
Oh, you advanced, which one? This one? All right.
Can't see the last 3 low.
Oh, want the remote? Sure thing. Steve's gonna turn up the volume on our tunes here. I'm looking at the board from all different, Steve, tell me again what this band is.
Home free.
Home free. Ah, that's right. Sticking to the plan. I was like, what? What's there to think about? I already told you what I was going to do. All right. Back to you, Steve. Okay, kiddos. Do you remember what's it called when you move the bishop here to the long diagonal? All right, all right.
What's that called?
That one does. Yeah, that one doesn't have a special name. Pretty woman. When in doubt, always bring your knights out. See, so now I got both knights out, and I got both bishops out. And when you have both your bishops and both your knights off the starting position, and you have castled, you can say that, yeah, you're doing well, but you can also say that you have...
Oh, you got a good setup. I'm going.
Say again?
You got a good setup.
That's right. That's right, but I was... That's correct, but I was going to introduce the audience to a very specific vocabulary term. After you have moved both of your bishops and both of your knights, and you have castled, that means that you have completed your development. That's the vocabulary. So Marler has completed his development. Oh, some would say the queen hasn't moved, but some would say you haven't completed your development until you move the queen. But I would say we already have. Did you move yet?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, good choice. See, this is why we pushed this one so early on. Except, oh shoot, I don't want to move that one, but I have to. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'd rather not. I'd rather move my knight. I want to move my knight here, but I can't because it's touch move, and I already touched here. Whoops. Why are you throwing stuff? Uh-oh. So I'm tempted to take... Alright. Do you think that I should take the bishop with the knight? No! Because if I take the bishop with the knight, he's gonna slide his rook all the way up here and take my queen.
That is correct. I'm glad you thought about that. That was a sacrifice you don't want to make it. But once it's sort of in the game, man, you do that, it kind of loses all momentum. Like, might have been, try to build up for it. And whatever it's like, yeah, it's the way I see it. Sometimes kind of fucking some people, they don't like losing explosive if you're trading, you're a queen, but I mean, but just losing, I lose, well, a lot of ambitions, or ambition, when I lose my bit. Yeah, it's like that,
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trap the black-white bishop because look at that. Look at that. Is that not a thing of beauty? Now black bishop can only go back or here. And yeah, it's you, Steve.
I know I'm trying to get they're playing on.
Oh.
Next one,
Oh, why don't you scroll down to this one and click on it. Lizzo's About Damn Time bass cover. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yes. Oh.
Booking.com has
So-
all kinds of stays. For those who love family resorts, and for those who do not. There we go. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
I'm
My little medium coffee, sausage, egg, and cheese, and 6 delicious hash browns. Only at
my
Dunkin'.
wood. If you want the British, sure for you.
Oh, you're taking my knight with your knight? Or with the rook? Dude, I just found out about this bassist, and she is rocking my world so hard. Shit. Here, hold this for a second, please. At the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Woo.